There are two big winners today. There is Teller, TRB, and there is WalletConnect, WCT. Now, we already talked about Teller in another video. In this video, we're going to talk about WalletConnect. Why is everybody now so focused on the token? Who's currently buying? Who's currently selling? Let's have a look at the on-chain data, the data most people are not considering, to try to figure out whether it still makes sense to buy and how much higher the price can potentially go. So WalletConnect is the most viewed cryptocurrency on CoinGecko today. It is up 30% today and it more than doubled this month. WalletConnect is a Web3 plugin for decentralized finance websites. So if you've got your self-custody wallet, like a Ledger, like a Trezor, and you have to connect this to a website, then WalletConnect helps to do this very quickly. There was quite a bit of talk around the token 4 days ago when there was the announcement of the integration with the Solana network. WalletConnect token lands on Solana with WCT airdrop. That was over here. Since then, the price went up by 60%. But how much higher can we go now? Interestingly enough, despite seeing this price rally, Onchain, so that's now on Optimism, we saw way more sellers than buyers. So the buyers are moving much more capital than the sellers do. On the Optimism chain, we've got more than 122,000 holders. But a lot of the token supply is not held in individual investors' hands. It's held in smart contracts. The first 6 wallets are all smart contracts. Then we've got our staking contract here. We've also got a Bybit hot wallet over here. And so there's then the obvious question, right? What are those smart contracts? The answer is it's tokenomics. It's tokens that are about to get unlocked in the future. Here are the details. We are currently at 187 million WCT tokens. And this will at some point more than 5x. All of the unlocks happen within the next 3.5 years. The first major unlock is in November of this year, so half a year from now. And then the supply will grow by roughly 70 to 80%. Now that's not necessarily that pretty, right? So what's causing this rally then? Let's have a look at the on-chain data. So again, this is Optimism. This shows the number of new users versus returning users over time. And we saw a massive influx of new users on the 15th of May. So that was over here. Subsequently, the price came back down. Then we had our news event. What we're seeing here is the number of buyers and sellers over time. So obviously, WalletConnect comes in waves, as in there is sometimes a lot of attention, probably news-driven attention, and then sometimes the token is almost dead. So there are days when there's less than 1,000 wallets interacting with the token. But then there are other days where it's hundreds of thousands of wallets that interact with the token. Of course, some of that is also artificial. It's bots wash trading the token. Here is the ratio of buyers and sellers over time. And again, we do see our attention waves. Currently, we seem to be relatively balanced most of the time. Most of the time, but not today, of course. Today, there are way more sellers than buyers. And so what happened in the last month where the price went up that much? Do we suddenly see a lot of retail investors buying into WalletConnect? Is this what drove this more than 2x rally? I am not so sure. On the left, we see the number of wallets that have at least $1,000 worth of WCT. In the middle, it's $10,000. On the right, it's $100,000. All wallet cohorts tended to rather sell in the last month. So maybe it's the perpetual futures. Here's the trading volume. It is led by Upbit with 175 million of trading volume on the spot market. But then there's a multiple of that trading volume on Binance on the perpetual futures, almost 1 billion of trading volume. And so have a look at how the price correlates with the open interest. When there's a lot of bets on the price, then the spot market tends to also appreciate. When there's less open interest, the price tends to go down. Currently, there's more and more bets on WCT one more time. The volume on the perpetual future starts to pick up as well. But interestingly enough, the rally is not causing a lot of short liquidations. So this is not a short squeeze. It's not like market makers are manipulating the price to the upside in order to short squeeze some heavy positions and make money with those liquidations. It seems to be simply just short-term long leverage on the price. The longs have to pay the shorts most of the time. Currently, this is turning around again a little bit, but in general, the market is somewhat balanced. But clearly, the buying pressure is not coming from on-chain activity. It's not like suddenly a lot of people, especially retail investors, are buying into the token. The number of retail investors is going down. Even the number of whale investors is going down. This is driven by short-term leverage. And so then the only question is, when will this deflate? I don't think it makes sense to bet on falling prices just yet, but I do think that at some point this rally will turn around. What I'm waiting for is that the price starts to decline somewhat again, that interest in the token goes down, that WalletConnect is not the most viewed cryptocurrency anymore. If nobody looks at the token anymore and the price starts to slowly decline, that's potentially an opportunity to bet on falling prices. Right now, I still stay away. This token seems to be heavily manipulated. Now, some people might make the argument that all of this analysis doesn't help at all because markets are efficient. But I tend to disagree because it's people that make markets efficient. There are clearly winners and losers in the game, and the winners tend to continue to win. So it's not just a game of luck, it's a game of luck and skill. And the nice thing about crypto is that we've got much more data in this market compared to other markets because every transaction is publicly recorded on the blockchain. But very few people actually use that data properly. And that's in the end where winners and losers are born. People that don't look into the details enough, they tend to lose over time. That's the vast majority. Now, the charts that you've seen in this video come from a tool that I've developed myself on top of the Dune Analytics platform. It's part of the premium membership of this channel. There are two dashboards. There's a dashboard for Ethereum related blockchains. So those are the ones we can analyze. We can plug in any token into this tool and then we can see how many large holders are there, how many small holders are there, how many new users enter a token, and how many buyers and sellers do we have over time. It's also always useful to look at the token ownership, right? Is a token mainly held just by the whales, by the people that have more than $100,000 worth of the token? If that's true, it's potentially, especially if that happened forever, a quite dangerous token. And so this is how I think about this fundamentally. The target with trading and with investing is to be better informed than the average, to be the person that makes the market efficient. If we are better skilled than the average person, then we should over time also make positive expected value bets. That means that not every single trade will be positive, but on average we should make money. Again, because we can estimate the probabilities better. We can see the dangers and the potential upsides better. Now, I have made more than 100 tutorial videos on various topics within crypto. How to do on-chain analytics, how to build a Dune dashboard like we've just seen, but of course you also get access to the dashboard itself. Also about risk management, about how to properly use leverage, if that's your thing. All kinds of videos. Feel free to check them out. The newest video is this one, how to use perpetual futures and how to use the Hyperliquid platform to beat others. The videos are posted on the website, but they're also posted directly in Telegram. And here's the feedback to that tutorial. Feel free to stop the video and read through this yourself. But of course, we also need to start somewhere. And so I'm personally, of course, sharing my own trades as well as I open them. Of course, I can't share the newest trades here on YouTube, but have a look at this. This is on March 3rd. I'm adding another short, Cardano, relative to the US dollar. And the explainer was in a premium update video. So I publish premium update videos every 3 to 4 days. I then added more exposure on the 11th of March and I then closed it on the 7th of April. So of course, not every trade works out that well, but Cardano went down relative to Bitcoin by 36% during that time. And so with this membership, I want to do both. Of course, I want to make it profitable very quickly. That's why I share my trades, but I also want that the vast majority, at least of the members, takes the time to learn as much as possible. That in the end, you might not even need the membership anymore. You can make your own profitable trades. Now have a look at this. This is where our members share their winning trades. If you use the right leverage, if you know how to do proper risk management as well, you can make hundreds of % in a single trade. It's all about being prepared and knowing the data better than most other market participants. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $125 US per month. The price has been reduced because currently the attention on crypto is still relatively low. Once Bitcoin hits new all-time highs again, then I might go back to the 165. But the 125 is locked in for everybody that signs up now. So when the price increases, when you're still subscribed, your price will not increase. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you next time on YouTube or see you in Premium. There's also a link to Premium directly here on the right. Just click on that. It will lead you directly to the website. So see you next time. Cheers.